Copic friends, Michelle Houghton once again. Um, this is really going to be just coloring. Little music in the background. Have you ever had a day where you just want to color? This is what this is about. I have this background stamp, or a stamp that you could use as a background, from Tailored Expressions. I love the doodly look of it. It's a bigger one, obviously, large. You could do an entire card front just with this. So I stamped it two ways. I have one with the black line so you can really see it well. That's what that guy looks like. And then I have a second one that I did in the light pink so I could do no line coloring. And I'm not even totally sure. I really just want to color. I don't necessarily want to think about the no line, but I'm thinking it'd be kind of a fun challenge because I've done some complicated images with the black and I'd like to try the no line. So what I'm going to do is I am going to leave it bigger like this because I'm afraid I will definitely fall off if I try to zoom in. And then I'll probably pick kind of some groupings of colors, kind of pick 3 or 4 color family groups and use some colors from each of there. I tend to be a brighter, bolder color person. I don't tend to work with pastels. That's not my, I guess, what I lean for. I tend to lean towards some brighter, bolder colors, so that will probably be the case here as well. But I really haven't made any color decisions yet. Maybe some reds and yellows and oranges, and then some punches of some complementary colors in there, just for fun. Something really different than what I've done recently. Anyway, so I'm just going to turn some music on. I will put the color. The lid's really not going to fit in the screen very well, so I will make sure try to show it, but I'll also kind of add how I add kind of up in this upper left corner the colors that I'm using. And really there's going to be probably around 4 color family groups or little coloring groups, and you might have some lighter, some darker, but you'll have those ones that kind of work their way throughout. So it won't be a whole lot of color variation. With something as complex as this, I think sometimes when you narrow that down, you are more successful. So I think I'm going to start with some reds and some yellows and oranges, or yellow reds more specifically, and kind of work my way around from that. So, all right, just sit back, enjoy. I'll have a little music going and you guys can just, and it will be sped up. There's no way I could do this any other way. So enjoy just watching some coloring. All right. I got a good chunk done, but I feel like I'm losing light. It's getting later in the evening. And really, this is when I do a bigger piece like this is about as much as I would tackle at once. I love the color combinations I got. I hope you caught all of those. I have a red series that is R59, R37, R35. I have a yellow red series that actually starts with, let's see, YR18, then YR68, and then had a yellow at the end, Y38. Then my yellows were Y17, Y13, and Y11. Now the blues, I added those guys at the end. These are B3s, B39, B37, and B34. I was looking for something that wasn't as desaturated as the B9s, but I didn't want the boldness or the brightness of the B2s and B1s and B0s. This is like, was that perfect note in that I feel like it's just desaturated enough that it allows those reds and those yellows and yellow reds to really pop, but it gives that depth to this image. And so I am definitely going to continue this. I don't know that I'll have time to finish it, to put it at the end of the video, because I'm creating all of these before my big move. But I love how this has started. So I am definitely going to write these down on the side of my image. This is the type of image that I would pull out on like a 30-day color challenge and do even a smaller section than what I just did. Because what I just did probably took close to like 35, 40 minutes. And so I'd even take a smaller portion, like do this base area with the first petal, do the next 3 petals the next day. We've got a whole nother series of petals. The next day, maybe 2 or 3 of these big swirls. So it could be a 4 or 5 day project fairly easily, but I love how it's starting. So I definitely will stick with these color groups and kind of work my way through. There's a chance that I need to add one more thing, but if I do, pretty subtle change. I could even leave some whites in there somewhere, but I'm really liking how this is starting. I could see doing all the petal work in the yellows, then maybe the place I could see maybe doing more of the blue is these big kind of swirls and drips. I'm not sure obviously exactly what those are, but you could definitely switch kind of color themes and make it more blue centric. So I could maybe pull one more blue family in to do those. But other than that, I'm loving how it's turning out. I'm glad I did the no line and stuck with that initial thought, even though I know it's going to be more work. I am glad I did that. I'm pleased with how that's turning out. So as always, I really appreciate you guys stopping by, checking in. I hope you maybe learned something, but if not, you just enjoyed watching some coloring with some music in the background. I hope each and every one of you is enjoying your summer, getting some time in with family and friends, getting outside, all that good stuff. All right, everybody out there, have a happy, colorful day.